Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the KMN 1971, back with my monthly comic book haul for November 2019. As has been the case as of lately, I have around 60 or a little over 60 books to show. and so let's just start crack-a-lacking. Kicking it off this month, we have Far Sector number 1. I bought into the hype of this first appearance of a new Green Lantern. It did feature some incredibly beautiful artwork, which is no surprise from Jamal Campbell, but this just wasn't really for me. And if this hero does turn out to be the new Green Lantern for the upcoming DC 5G thing, I don't know. I'm just not feeling that whole 5G thing. I'm just tired of the whole concept of established heroes being temporarily replaced by another character only to have the status quo return back to normal again over and over again. It's just a tired gimmick, in my opinion. Sorry to start off on a negative, but I had to get the whole 5G rant out of my system. But, once again, beautiful artwork. Justice League number 35 and number 36, which is continuing on with the Year of the Villain, which, as I've stated before, a lot of hokiness in this storyline, but there's a lot of old school DC fun to be had also. So, I guess Snyder will be leaving the title with issue number 39, and I think I'll be probably jumping off the title at that point myself. Legion of Superheroes number 1. Once again, I'm not really sure if I'll be continuing with this title either. Love the Legion of Superheroes, but this just isn't my Legion of Superheroes. And beautiful art, beautiful coloring, but like I said, just not for me. Batman number 82 and number 83. And I have been enjoying pretty much, I'd have to say like 95% of Tom King's run. But even I have to admit, this latest storyline it's come down to like Bendis levels of decompression. Speaking of my boy Bendis, Superman number 17. And I don't know why this book spiked. It features a beautiful cover of the Trinity by Adam Hughes, but I don't know if I missed something. I read the issue. I don't think there was a premiere of a new character in there, but I'm not sure. And I also found these on the rack for cover price still. First appearance of Pearl, so I ended up picking up 2 copies of the B cover. So I know they don't go for much. I think $10 on a good day, but all it takes is an announcement saying that there'll be a series on HBO Max or whatever, and these things will blow right back up again. Or not. Who knows? Alright, moving along to the second half of the new books. My only Image title, but one of my favorite titles at the moment, Die, number 9. Just beautiful writing, beautiful artwork, awesome story, or original story. X-Men number 2, my favorite current Marvel title. I ended up picking up the 2099 variant. Cover of the haul, once again, goes to Artgerm. Beautiful magic cover for New Mutants number 1. And there's been a lot of, so many beautiful magic covers out there, but this one takes the cake. Wow. And I was really impressed with this first issue. I wasn't really sure if I'd like it or not, but no big surprise. Hickman's involved, so probably will be picking up issue number 2, which just came out this week. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 11. Another title that I'm enjoying, but unfortunately will be ending next month. The Immortal Hulk, number 26. 27, consistently awesome. Absolute Carnage, number 5, which, it was fun, but I don't really feel like they really landed, they didn't really nail the landing. And Venom, number 20, another title that is incredibly popular, but unless it turns around, I will probably be dropping this at year's end also. Star Wars number 74 and number 75. This was a good series. I'm sorry to see it go. I know it's being rebooted with another number 1, but I don't really have any interest in what happened in between Empire and Return of the Jedi. I've read variations of those stories already. So, and lastly, for the new books, Conan number 11. Another book that most of the time it doesn't knock it out of the park, but it is consistently an enjoyable read. So, that will take care of that. Now, jumping into the Bronze Age. So, today happens to be my birthday. I just turned 48 years old today. So, I guess in the spirit of that, I will be showing off 48 Bronze Age books. I made my premiere in the Bronze Age, so I figured it would just give me an excuse to have a haul of just all Bronze Age books. Bronze Age, obviously, is my favorite era to collect from, so let's jump right on in. I couldn't think of a more appropriate book to kick it off with than Action Comics number 481, the superhero that got me into comics and the comic that got everyone into superheroes, right? So here we have an awesome Jose Luis Garcia Lopez cover, who is such an underrated artist, one of my top 10 favorite artists from the Bronze Age. And I want to say Jib Comics showed this comic off months ago, and I used to own this Supermobile as a Hot Wheels way back in the day as a child, so hit that nostalgia bug, so I had to have it. So there you go, the first appearance of the Supermobile. Look at the guns on that thing. Action Comics number 484, anniversary issue, and it features the marriage of Earth 2, Superman, and Lois Lane. I might already have a copy of this, I'm not sure though. Continuing on with the Bronze Age yellow covers, which I'm also a big fan of. My second copy of Machine Man number 1. And as usual, until I get to the keys or books that I had to spend a little bit more on, all of the books that I'm showing right now all range from that $1.50 to $5 range. So here we have She-Hulk number 2, which is a book that is spiked in value, I guess mainly because of the Disney Plus craze. And while I picked that up, I also found this, a book that was not on my list, but it just features this incredibly awesome Michael Golden She-Hulk Man-Thing cover. Michael Golden, along with Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, definitely would be in my top 10 for Bronze Age artists. Like everyone else out there, I'm also trying to pick up those Moon Knight first appearances for the upcoming Moon Knight Disney Plus show, and or potential first appearances. So we have the first appearance of Morpheus in Moon Knight number 12. First appearance of Stained Glass Scarlet in Moon Knight number 14. Now, I haven't read this issue yet, but if I have my stories correct, isn't she a former nun that turns into a femme fatale? That doesn't sound like a very Disney Plus type character that they would show on there. I don't know. But still, anytime I can find any of these Moon Knights for from Volume 1 for $5 and less, I'm picking them up all the time. Doug Moench, Bill Sienkiewicz, great stuff. Moon Knight number 24, this also features a first appearance, probably of the woman with the crossbow, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. Happens when you get into your late 40s. Incredible Hulk number 11. Love these old school annuals, and I love anytime that the Avengers or Spider-Man would cross over with the Hulk, or anyone crossing over with the Hulk during this era. It's pretty awesome. My second copy of Incredible Hulk number 161, just a fine minus, but once again, the price was right, as was with this. My second copy of the Incredible Hulk number 234, which is when Quasar takes the name Quasar in his second overall appearance. A little faded at the top, but like I said, for the price, couldn't really turn it away. Thanks largely due in part to the Titans show that's on the DC streaming app. I've seen season 1, and it kind of reinvigorated me as a Titans fan, because there hasn't been any current stuff that's been coming out to really do it. So I've gone back and I've been picking up some of the minor keys, some of the first appearances, and just upgrading some of my books in my Titans collection. So here's my second copy of New Teen Titans number 3, which features the first appearance of the Fearsome Five, as well as the origin of Starfire. Number 4, which is a definite upgrade for me, and it features the Titans versus the Justice League of America. Number 9, an underrated book. It's a cameo appearance, but the second appearance of Deathstroke, and the second full appearance of Deathstroke. Now, while I do love a good hero versus hero Bronze Age fight, I also love a good Bronze Age team-up. So here is Captain America number 266, sporting this awesome Mike Zeck cover, as well as number 268, which is a book that I actually owned as a wee lad way back in the day. And as a child from the spinner rack, how would you be able to turn away an issue with Captain America teaming up with the Defenders? Awesome. Spider-Woman number 5. I thought this would be the first full appearance of Morgan Le Fay outside the Golden Age, but it is not. It is just another cameo appearance. I know a lot of people are saying that her appearance in Spider-Woman issue 2 is, but in my opinion, that would constitute more as a cameo, as is the case with this. So I'm thinking maybe Spider-Woman number 6? Not sure. Giant Size Conan the Barbarian number 4. My quest to complete all these Conan giant sizes is coming closer. Now I just need issues number 2 and 3, and I'll have all the Giant Size Conans. And I'm still working on my Conan run, which will be Conan the Barbarian numbers 1 through 115, which is the whole entire Roy Thomas run, as well as all the annuals and all the giant sizes. So chipping away at that. Here's number 44. That's my second copy, which features an early appearance by Red Sonja, as well as some interior artwork from Neil Adams. Number 68, which features Conan vs. Kull. Sounds like a good time to me, and it also features Red Sonja and Bailey. Marvel feature number 4. I have always thought that is just a classic old school Red Sonja cover. Had to have it. Master of Kung Fu, number 18, only a fine minus, but this is the first issue ever drawn by Paul Gulacy, who many old school Master of Kung Fu fans recognize as the Master of Kung Fu artist. Another fine minus of number 26, featuring the first appearance of Shang-Chi's sister. Better to have a copy than no copy. And a nice little nostalgia purchase right here, Master of Kung Fu number 88, which was not only my introduction to Shang-Chi, but my introduction to Mike Zeck artwork back in the spinner rack days. Good times. Another run that I'm always chopping away at, Tomb of Dracula, number 69, as well as Giant Size Dracula, number 4. Now I have all of the Giant Size Draculas at least, and maybe about, I think I have close to half of the ongoing series now also. I thought this was a great steal until I opened it up. Adventure into Fear, number 24, which features the first time Morbius, the first time that Blade encountered Morbius, the first time that Blade appeared outside of the Tomb of Dracula comic book. Probably fine minus condition, but unfortunately it has the Marvel value stamp cut out on the inside, so Adventures on the Planet of the Apes, number 2, which now I just need issues number 3. I think, yeah, just issue number 3, possibly number 4, and I'll have the whole Marvel adaptation of the original Planet of the Apes movie, which would be very cool. Amazing Adventures, number 18, which features the first appearance of Killraven, and it also features interior artwork from Neil Adams and Howard Chaykin. Bonus! Marvel Premiere, number 8. I'm a big fan of this Doctor Strange Marvel Premiere run, and his all the Frank Brenner drawn issues from the second volume of Doctor Strange, the early issues. Thor number 274, Whitman variant, really high grade, and I guess there was a little Donny Cates hype surrounding this issue a couple of weeks ago. Doc Savage number 1, really high grade, and I guess there are still rumors that The Rock will be taking up the role of Doc Savage in an upcoming movie, and hey, everything The Rock seems to touch turns into gold, so why the heck not? Book that I've had on my list for a little bit, Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, number 81, featuring the first time that Daredevil and the Black Widow teamed up. Has a little scuffing at the bottom, but for $5, can't really complain there. Alright, getting down to the nitty-gritty almost. OMAC, One Man Army, number 1, some Bronze Age Kirby goodness, and first appearance of OMAC. More Bronze Age Kirby. DC first issue special, first appearance of the Manhunter, who I guess has been revealed, spoiler alert, to be the antagonist behind Event Leviathan. I don't know, I'm not really reading that storyline. Batman number 349, which continues with the vampire storyline of the 1980s, which featured Batman as a vampire for the first time, which predates the Red Rain graphic novels. So, pretty nice. All right, now for the rest of these books, all those books are in that $1.50 to $5 range, and these will be the books that I spent a little bit more money on. Overspent on this one just to complete that story arc. Batman number 351, spent $10 on that. This was $7. Showcase presents number 94, the first appearance of the new Doom Patrol. Let's move those out of the way. Thor, number 193. I can't remember what I paid for this, but I want to say probably between 25 and 30. And this features a Silver Surfer. It's one of those double-sized, square-bound Bronze Age issues. Wanted this one for a while. Here's a book that I once owned as a child, or maybe a tween. Giant Size Defenders, number 1. Happy to have it back in the collection. Amazing Spider-Man, number 106. And number 130, featuring the first appearance of the Spider-Mobile. Yes, I brought you in the same haul the first appearance of the Spider and Supermobile. Yikes. Marvel Feature number 12, which is another installment of the original Thanos saga by Jim Starlin that ran through Marvel Feature, Iron Man, mainly the Captain Marvel titles, and crossed over into other Marvel titles here and there. So now all I'm missing to complete the original saga is a little issue called Iron Man number 55. I don't know if that'll ever happen. Here's another book that was on my list for a long time. Superman number 252. And we'll bring this to a screeching halt for 1 second, just because all this Neal Adams goodness has to be enjoyed. So the main draw to this is it's drawn by Neal Adams, and it is a Neal Adams wraparound cover. How cool is that, right? Speaking of our boy Neal Adams, Batman number 244, the classic duel between Batman and Ra's al Ghul in the desert, done by Denny O'Neil and Neal Adams. Awesome stuff. The serious upgrade for me, Uncanny X-Men number 137. My copy was a VG at best, and this is, you know, Claremont and Burns' run on the X-Men is easily in my top 5 favorite runs of all time. And this right here is one of my top 5 X-Men issues, period. Great stuff. Happy to have it. All right, now down to the last 2. Steady. Okay, so I was looking for this book for a while. Love me a good anniversary issue. And here we have Avengers number 100, done by Barry Windsor Smith, artwork by Barry Windsor Smith, CGC 7.5, and I actually wanted a raw copy of this, but I ended up paying $50 for this, all in. So this book in this condition usually goes for around $40, $50. So I figured, you know, for $50 or for $5 more, or it even goes for more than that. So happy to pick it up, but now I need to find another, you know, another copy so I can actually read the read the damn thing. And for my pick of the haul, Amazing Spider-Man number 122. So happy to get this one back. Well, to not get it back into the collection, but finally to add it to the collection. Was one of my major goals that I wanted for this year. I wanted to complete the original Wolverine Trinity, I guess, or trilogy, which I did. I wanted to complete the original Silver Surfer Galactus storyline, which I did not. And I wanted to complete the Death of Gwen Stacy and Green Goblin storyline, which now I have. So, pretty happy with that. I would say this is a VF copy. And, yeah, and I paid just about as much for this as I did for 121 about a year ago. So, not that bad. So, that's all I have for this week. I will be back in a couple of weeks because I still have a bunch of books left over that will pretty much be serving up for the haul for next month. My last haul of the year. And I'll also have my last video of the year, my top 52 pickups of the year, as I usually do. And, yeah, that's all I have. I know a lot of people lately are a little concerned about the whole COPPA situation. But I think as far as we go, I mean, for people like my channels that aren't monetized, and I don't really you know, these are videos that could be, that a child could watch with parental supervision, I guess. But I don't think I put anything out there that's too bad, but that's for a parent to decide. But I don't specifically advertise towards children, so, and seeing that there's no ads placed on my channel, I don't think I would that I'll get into any trouble for it. I'm not a lawyer per se, but I think that comics would fall under, while they appeal to children, they also appeal to adults, kind of like Endgame. A 12-year-old might be interested in Endgame, so what, if you do a video on reviewing the movie Endgame, you know, are you advertising towards kids? I don't know. So I think we would be under a general audience umbrella. At least I'm hoping so. We'll find out one way or another, right? So that's all I have for now. Thank you all for watching, liking, and subscribing. Take care. See ya.